day. You know how many times I was hiding up under a girl bed while her dad was roaming throughout the room. Where that nigga at? I know he in here. I'm in there trying to be as quiet as a motherfucking mouse.
Oh no, see, one thing for sure. Mama RawB. She wasn't having it. Okay, she wasn't having it. Even when I was grown, y'all. Like I can never forget. I was like 23 years old. Okay. And this is like, I did a Romeo Juliet. Okay. Romeo, wherefore out there, Romeo then got married. Okay. Behind everybody back. Like I legit eloped. They got divorced and everything else. So I'm a grown woman. You understand what I'm saying? But I was back in mama house. Honey, I had one of my little friends from over there while everybody else was at church. We were just watching a movie. We wasn't even doing that. The door wasn't even closed, but all the lights was off. Baby, my mama is all of 5'7". Lola can tell you she met her, but she hella feisty. She feisty, okay? She came up in that house. Okay, she turned the house out, okay? Turned the house out. Poor. So, no, not.
Yeah.
I imagine your mom too coming up in.
Yo, she beat up one of my friends because they went on Jerry Springer.
I imagine that, like that. That's funny. That's funny.
I never forget the time because I'm the youngest of all my siblings. I never forget the time me and my brother we decided because my parents they had went out. Me and my brother decided we're gonna have some girls over. Bad decision. Nah, my dad really didn't give a fuck, but my mom was she was the different. My mom came in the house like, what the fuck? Who is these little bitches? And I'm just like, man, don't call them bitches. What the fuck? Like, come on now. Papa's like, nah. He said my mama's name. I'm not gonna say her name. He told her to go upstairs. My dad wasn't mad at the fact that we had girls over. My dad was mad at the fact that when they came in the house, they didn't speak. And that motherfucker went ballistic. Who the fuck is these bitches in my house? Y'all not gonna speak when I come in the house? That was but that's again, that's the difference between the olden days and the days of the now. Because hell, even I didn't took my niece over to. I'm like, you got a boyfriend? All right, cool. I got to meet his mama and his daddy. Took my niece over to their house, and we walk in the house, shit like that. I speak. Hello, hey, how you doing? My name's Will, and my niece don't say shit. I just elbow her one time, like, hey, what? You not gonna speak? She go, oh, they know me. It don't mean nothing. It's a respect thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a big thing, Will. That's a really big thing. And you know what? When I was young, if you missed a beat with that, it was for you to get hit. Now with my children, they just know when you come into the room, it's the culture. You speak to the oldest, to the youngest, closest to the farthest. That's just how you speak first when you come into somebody's house. Period. However, like I remember I went to see my nephew and he had a girl in the house because my sister had passed and he had a girl in the house, young girl, and his father was outside and I came upstairs like, what's going on here in this house? That's how I'm known in the family. So I come upstairs and, she's sitting on the bed and he's like putting his cologne on and I'm like, hello?
Yeah.
Nothing was happening, but I'm like, hello? So I walked in the room and I just stand there and she just looked and just kept
Didn't say shit?
Didn't say shit. And he was like, oh, auntie, this is, I forgot her name. And he was like, this my aunt. And then she was like, hello, after he did all that. And so, you know me, bro, I'm just standing there with my purse like, can I talk to you, Joe? Can I talk to you outside? Can I talk to you? Like, I wanted her to feel like, ew, right?
Yeah.
Because of you, if you see me come in the room and I'm one of the senior members in this family and you don't speak and you ain't part of this family, trust me, if you come in this family, it's gonna be a hard knock life for you. Like, don't do that. Like, I might look young, but I got some very old ways with me. Like, first off, there's no elder in my family that even my younger children can, like, even if I found out my nephews or one of my cousins or something was getting on one of the elders' nerves, I come in there like, boy, like what did she tell you 3 times or 2 times? Mm-hmm. Don't have her say it again. Like, that's just how I was raised. That's how I raised my children. My kids don't get slapped by me no more because they tired. So I don't know. This is just where I'm still at. I'm still old school. And I feel like a lot of people like me should still be like that. But because they want to be progressive with these kids. They want to be these kids, and they want to act like these kids, which is why they don't get that respect. So I can tell that young lady, even though she didn't speak, I can tell she's used to doing that. It ain't because of me. That's how she used to be in. But because I'm not used to that, when I meet it with a lot of resistance. And so I know he was like, when I walked out, he probably was like, "Don't mind my aunt. She always like that. She worse than my mother, but just don't worry about that." Like, I know he had to tell her, like, don't worry about what she just did. Like,
nah, we're disgusted. Go ahead, man.
This is the thing. These little kids be running amok in people's houses. Little kids nowadays, this generation, they'll go in your refrigerator. Excuse me, you ain't putting no food in that refrigerator. Get out my refrigerator. They'll come in your house with their shoes on. You know, they rude as hell. They just jump on your furniture. Nobody invited them to do nothing. Like,
yeah.
I blame the parents. I'm not even gonna hold you. How are you raising your children nowadays? Because our parents used to beat the living daylights out of us. Like, what you did? Oh, you tried it? Let me give you this yellow pages. Maybe they need to reinvent the yellow pages.
Heavy ass books, all of that good shit. You know, the disgusting part was, and I witnessed this many a times, I witnessed parents get jealous of their children. That be the part that really gets to me.
But what they jealous of, though?
So I'll start with a situation I seen with a friend of mine, a male. His dad was jealous of him. Nigga, you trying to outshine me, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like every time young girls would come around, like we'd be out chilling, or you know, we getting ready to go out, something like that. You know, we getting dressed and shit, making sure like old school days, because like a lot of people that I knew and came up with, our hangout spot was the mall. We used to go to Eastland, Northland, all of that good shit. Well, that was the weekend spot. We went downtown, went to skating land and the ice rink and shit when it was open. But the mall was the spot. That's where you go look nice and you go get nice. You see what I'm saying? But this particular friend of mine, his dad, like he couldn't let go of that thing of nigga, you ain't young no more. You gotta stay within your age group. So when he would come out with us or some shit like that, like he'd be trying to dress like us or better than us, like in our age group. I'm like, what the fuck? How the hell? And then when girls would come around, he'd be trying to, like, you know what dirty macking is. He'd be, man, these little niggas don't know shit. I can do this. I'm just like, bruh, we 18, nigga, you in your 50s. Relax. And then on the women's side of it, a few girls who I've been messing around and dating with, I remember how their mother used to treat them. Oh, girl, ain't no man gonna like you if you dress like that. You gotta look like this. A man like a woman with curves. I'm like, you do realize I'm talking to your daughter. Why you know what I'm saying? Like that, it was crazy to me because it's just like, why do you feel like you need to be in competition? And just like to RawB's point, even the whole friendship thing, why are you trying to be friends with your kids? These are your children. They look to you for guidance and for leadership, not for you to be their fucking friend. And if that's what you've instilled into them, that's how they're gonna treat you, just like a fucking friend.
Hey, who's still using starch on their jeans right in this chat? I need to know, who is this person?
Do we need to do a poll for that?
That nigga 92 years old. He got starch.
He said he used starch on his jeans.
And the iron and sweatpants.
I mean, when I was in Texas, I used to starch the shit out of my motherfucking Levi's. I'm just letting you know.
That's something that changed. Now, listen, Lo. That's something that for real done changed. Because I remember the OGs used to iron windbreaker sweatpants.
Yeah.
Yeah. They damn near melting that plastic.
How?
Hey, listen, that motherfucker has so much starch on it, you can hit that shit. It sound like a brick.
Hey, listen, they starch that bitch on low heat. Listen, y'all already know. Yeah. Listen, no people that was ironing this. Listen. The world done changed a lot, man. It done changed a lot. You know, we all wearing sweatpants nowadays, and it's fashionable.
Yeah.
Before that was not a fashionable thing. When you went to the airport, you didn't see sweatpants
and bonnets.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm not about to get started, but
I mean,
I hate bonnets out the house. I can't do it.
First of all, y'all not finna play in my face, okay? Y'all not finna act like you can't still buy Niagara starch spray right now. down to the DoorDash and the CVS. Listen, Linda, listen. Oh, let me make it bigger. Why y'all trying to act like y'all can't see? Let me make it bigger so y'all can see. You could still
That's that
buy,
old
not
school,
extra.
man.
So what?
Look at that.
$26. Wait a minute, hold on.
For the green bottles.
That's a six pack. That's a six pack.
And you got to buy it on
bundles.
eBay.
You buying them
on
bundles.
eBay.
No, you could buy that on Amazon.
Listen,
you can,
it ain't on
you
Amazon.
If you buy it in bundles, you ain't got to worry about getting one by one.
Listen, that shit don't even sell at Walmart no more. Listen, look, that used to be in the case. You see that every Sunday. Hey, every Sunday, your whole hallway is stinking.
You're like a motherfucker. Steamy as shit.
It's heavy hole. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
The green can. That's that old school can. You gotta get that on eBay, man. That's only an eBay exclusive.
Yep.
They don't even make the cans look like that no more.
No.
If I find it at Walmart, then you gotta send me a cash app because this is some bull. I don't even see.
Man, you about to lose.
Okay.
Don't
well,
do it.
Niagara down to the Walmart.
Where's
don't
the
play
green?
with it.
I said the green can. You heard what I said.
It's
The green. Nah. Come on, Sal. Tell her. The green can with the yellow top.
I haven't used starch in so goddamn long. I don't even know where to buy that shit at no more. But I can guarantee you this: it's on Amazon. I guarantee you that shit.
Wrinkle
it is
release.
on Amazon.
We use wrinkle release now.
No, you know my grandfather.
Flap the motherfucker.
You know what my grandmother used, and my grandfather used to get into it every Sunday for church. My grandmother be cussing his ass out. JL. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? My grandfather, he was lazy. He didn't like to iron his clothes, so he would sprinkle water on them bitches, throw them in the dryer. I was like, what are you doing?
Get to it. Steam them up real quick.
Yeah.
Release them wrinkles out. Praise God.
I'm telling you. Listen, and on my way to church, goddammit. But his shoes were shining. He didn't play about that shit. He assigned the shit out them fucking shoes.
They was made out of real leather now. The Stacey Adams now is plastic.
Let's give a special shout out to Gabe. Welcome to the stream. Mm-hmm.
Gaby.
Anyway, any old hoes way. But yes, putting clothes in with some water on it and dry it is the lazy ass way to do it. Okay. But fuck them kids, because them kids is doing a lot and their parents ain't shit. But what we finna do is look at this old ass.
What the hell?
Wait a minute. I missed the first part of it.
Yes. That's how you supposed to love somebody. You should be fucking excited every time you see them. If you ain't excited, what are you doing it for? Dance in the street. Yes. Tailgate. At the supermarket eating your ice cream.
Man, he cussing her ass out right goddamn now. He even divorced. He probably ain't seen her in 70 years.
Yeah, they both got dementia. They just confused the two out.
Right.
Y'all used to be together.
Oh, she rubbing his feet on the beach.
Oh, he met her with flowers, goddamn it.
Yeah, they just met off the plane, man.
Yeah. They paid out.
Normally he would just been waiting for it in the car.
Now here's the funny thing. How come this is all white people? Where the black folk at?
Yeah, because she don't want to show the truth.
Where are they?
She don't want to show the truth. That's what it is.
No, because the black people
concocted this together.
Because black people is too busy on social media arguing about who's hit the wall, who won't submit, how to be happy, instead of just creating and crafting relationships that have longevity where they can be happy. They too busy worrying about
black people don't want longevity in relationships.
They don't. They only want experiences. Black people only want experiences. That's what's wrong with them.
They want experience.
Experience? What the hell is that?
So black people
been experiencing for 17 years now.
This is what most ignorant black people on the internet argue about. They argue about trying to craft the perfect 15 minutes to eat and fuck. That's it. Oh, and smoke. Let me not forget, because you got your pill poppers out there, you got your drinkers out there, you got your shooters out there. They just want to craft that man and or that woman for that 15 minutes so they can fuck, and then after that they just want to move on to the next person. Most people really don't want true relationships. I give an example.
Oh,
A friend of mine's,
quite a statement.
her grandparents have been married for 63 years. Okay. She used to tell me the story about how her grandfather would walk 8 miles to her house just to make sure she got home from work. Okay. On their deathbed, she video called me on their deathbed. Her grandfather, he what do you call it when you lay in bed too long and you got wounds and shit? Come on, y'all never know.
Bed
That.
sores.
Mentors, the
Bed
cutest
sores.
ulcers.
Yeah, so he was laying and he got a bed sore on his elbow, so he couldn't lift his arm like that. And she had called me and she was like, Will, I'm like, what's wrong? She was like, I'm about to take my grandma to go see my grandfather. I'm like, oh, that's fucking dope because he'd been in the hospital for like 3 months. This old ass lady would barely stand up, okay? But today she was in that motherfucking mirror, making sure her hair was right, making sure her makeup was right. And I said, G-Ma, what you doing? She said, I'm going to see my man. And I was like, you excited? She said, I ain't seen my man. And when she walked into the hospital room, that motherfucker, I'm gonna say only part of his name, but his name was Ford. Ford sat up and he said, there go my girl. And she stood right there in the door and she cried. She went over there and she sat by that man, held his hand, and they just sat there looking at each other, crying the whole time. And I said, damn, look at this shit. But you know how I go with people in love. When one dies, the other one's not too far away. And when she passed away, he passed away not too long after that. But it was what he said that made it so special. Everybody was like, "Oh, Grandpa Ford, it's gonna be okay." He said, "I know it's gonna be okay. Y'all waiting on me. I'm waiting on her. Her? Who are you talking about?" He was talking about his wife. That's old school love. Nah, it's just
There it is again in the olden days.
do everybody know you my boyfriend? Do everybody know I'm your baby mama? It's just like
I just have a question for the two ladies on the panel here. Do they also believe that women don't really want long-term relationships?
Oh,
because Sal told a nice story, but I want to explore that because we seem to be in pursuit of them. I don't know.
Maybe to be in pursuit of them. The people on these faces. Listen, I don't know because again, I told y'all a story today. Somebody had heartbreak or whatever. They was playing with it, but I'm good right now.
yeah, nigga.
I'm good. Yeah. So I don't know everybody else.
You know what I mean? Seem like we got a good thing going, with black love.
Right. You got that.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, that's why I said I wanted to ask the two ladies in the room because we already at 50%. So let's ask the incomparable Oshun. Does she feel the same way that black women? They are not looking for long-term relationships.
Okay, so my take on that is a little different because, as you know, I have to be different. I don't think anyone is looking for a long-term relationship because relationships are things we have innately. Like I have a relationship with each one of you. I didn't ask for it. It just exists. I think what people want is satisfying relationships. However, to have a satisfying relationship means that you have to be of a certain maturity level and you have to have a certain level of expectation coming into that relationship based on your maturity level. And honestly, in today's society, there's a lot of factors that play into why adults as old as I am or older are still not mature enough to maintain a satisfactory relationship that can last for the long haul. Like it's not so much that people want long relationships, because what if you had a long bad relationship or a long sexist relationship? Like nobody wants to be in a long relationship that's negative. But I mean, for all intents and purposes, for what we understand, long-term relationship, I don't want to be in a long-term relationship. I was in a long-term relationship that came to an end. I'm not happy about that. I want to be in a relationship where I'm satisfied, I feel loved and appreciated and valued, no matter how long that relationship is. Now, if it lasts until I die, sure. If it lasts until that person dies and then I do it again, fine. but I want
not 5 minutes though. You know, not 5
no,
minutes.
not, okay,
okay.
Realistically, no. But I get you. I got what you're saying. Sure.
Well, who cares if a relationship lasts and it doesn't last forever? Like if you have a fulfilling, fruitful relationship and it changes the structure of how your heart beats and how you look at the world, is it not worth it? The reality is most people nowadays are afraid to have their heart broken. They're afraid to like invest into somebody. They're afraid to put it all in and maybe lose it all. But they'll put all their money in cryptocurrency. They'll put all their money in the casino.
I'm trying to put it all in and lose it all.
Oh, you're gonna put it all in, you ain't gonna lose it all.
No, I want to see it disappear.
Okay, well, we'll have that conversation later. Please let me show some love for the Cash App. To everybody that has donated on the Cash App, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Please make sure whatever platform you're watching this on, if you're on our Instagram, if you are on Hood Conservative, if you are on Miss Oshun, if you want Cellulite Podcast, honey, wherever you at, hit the like button, share it out.
I'm about to cut y'all off. I'm about to cut y'all off in a few minutes, so you better get over to RawB privilege because I'm about to cut y'all off. Cause see, it's about to get good. It's about to get good. Hoodie about to cut y'all off.
Everybody could come except for Gay Bay. But let me show some love for the super chats. Boom.
Hey, I know you think that you know me, but you ain't even seen my dark side. It's just if you know me, baby, do me right, do me right.
You know I'm a hustler. You really go get the bag. Heard it.
Cash. Get money. Bam, she wanna flick for the gram. Todas esas putas saben who I am, so she wanna take this beat on cam. Like, hold up, she wanna swallow this pull up. Soon as I bust, I'ma roll up.
And we back. Miss Oshun had to step away for a moment. So let's run through. Chatty, stop it. Ooh, Chatty. See, shout out to the family. Ooh, child, the jokes. It's the jokes for me. But it was a reasonable question. Where is the black couples? Where are the black old people?
They're sitting in the house arguing. They're sitting at the dinner table.
No, they're not.
You ain't get my beard together yet, you old bitch.
That's what. Listen, my grandfather, my grandmother. Oh my God, you thought these motherfuckers? You thought it was World War III every day.
You ain't gonna leave me. Get out here, get you a young girl. Your dick don't work no more, bitch. My dick work good.
That's what they do. Listen, I'm telling you, they sit back and they argue like a motherfucker and sleep in the same bed. And she still got up and cooked them breakfast every morning. And he brought the damn money home. That's just how the way it was. Most people can't. They can't stand being around each other.
It's a different world today, man.
Well, on Instagram, her aura different said, I don't pay attention to social media. There are still good men and women looking to have a forever with someone.
You goddamn right.
That's beautiful, man. That's so beautiful, man. It sounds so great, man.
Most people don't want a forever, even let alone a long term, because they're afraid of commitment. Most people don't even know. Let's just be honest. Most people don't even know how to be faithful to themselves, let alone to someone else.
But here's the thing. That's true. But here's the thing. I don't really give a crap if you and I argued until we both went to the cemetery and we were talking our crap to each other all the time. Well, you didn't put enough sugar in my oatmeal. Well, I don't like how you made my toast. That's life.
I told you use the green can of starch, not the blue can. What the hell is this? You remember what Hoodie said? Now you hear you doing this? I'm gone.
Well, they only had the blue can down to the Walmart. Really? So did you want to go to the Walmart and find the green can?
No, that's why I gave you the money, but you went out there, you done fucked around. You can't. The shit cost $7. You came back with $3. I know you fucked up somewhere.
And don't worry about it. I didn't come back with nothing. What I did was I went to Starbucks. Don't play with it.
Yeah, Starbucks. That's that new strip club they got down with them young boys. I know what you was doing. It's all right though. I'm a call up Hoodie. We're gonna go to the bar and you can't bring your ass in there. I locked the goddamn door. See, that's how old people.
Hey, look, Sal, she gonna tell you called her who?
Yeah, I call her Hoodie. Her Hoodie. Yeah.
That's okay. Because when you were sleeping last night, I went in your bar, I rearranged everything, and I painted the wall neon green.
You painted the wall neon green. Don't worry about it. I go to Hoodie house. Bye. And then as I'm walking out the door, she gonna be like, "And don't you bring your black ass back?" I'm like, "Wait a minute, I'm sorry."
I was gonna say you better get it together.
You can't stay at my house, nigga.
Listen, I'm telling you, nah. You'll be like, nah, you ain't who? He said, what? No, baby, you ain't that mad, is you? You ain't that mad. You ain't that mad.
But Hoodie, she used the damn green. She used the blue can. I told her to get the green can. What the hell? 40 years we've been in this thing, and she's still buying the goddamn green can. What the hell?
You going to the bar to hang with who?
No, he gonna have a bar in the backyard. Y'all remember from last week?
See, I told y'all no long. See, this is what I told them no about that long time ago.
Exactly. Yep.
Man, I don't want one. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and while she in there painting the damn walls green, she gonna call Miss O'Shawn. Girl, I'm in here painting this motherfucker green. Miss O'Shawn gonna be like, you know what? We should throw some blue in the bitch. You know what? You right. Let's go. Now I gotta come on to goddamn green blue ball.
She gonna come over there with the ferns and the hanging ivy. We're gonna put some flour in there. We're gonna put some tablecloths and everything else.
This why black love don't last. See, why you want to fuck with a man's man cave? See, that's the shit I'm talking about.
Whatever, please.
Don't worry about it.
There, you heard it. The notorious whatever.
I'm gonna put fish oil.
The dismissal cell. The dismissal. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you talking about. Don't matter, motherfucker.
No, because me and Sally have had these conversations. Okay, one thing that is important to me is the bathroom. I need my own personal bathroom all the time because I don't play that crap.
I turn the water off.
Right, he gonna go in my bathroom anyway. He gonna leave his socks on the floor. Okay, he gonna do the most, just because he don't feel like I should have my own bathroom.
Yeah.
I have my own bathroom space. You can't have your own man cave. I'm gonna tear it up.
Cool. And as soon as you fuck up the man cave, I'm turning the water off in the bathroom.
So wait,
if y'all had 7 bathrooms,
yeah,
she would own all bathrooms. So
all the water be off. See, I can stand up and piss, so I ain't got to worry about nothing.
So there's nothing in the home that their hands. Listen, there's nothing. And look, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the way it should be. This is why I said when it's time to hang out, you got to get in your car, put Johnny Taylor on, and get out your last $2.
Exactly.
Listen, that's okay.
I know why I'm fucking up too bad. Because
look how they looking at us.
No, because this how you know you fucking up too bad. If you piss your woman off bad enough, and she say, "Baby, is you hungry?" Don't you eat that motherfucker. You better take your ass to McDonald's or something. It's gonna be your last plate.
The one thing you'll be able to depend on is the food.
Shit.
You can depend on the food. She ain't gonna fuck with your food.
Not like that. I ain't gonna play with your food. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in that dang on car and I'm gonna disconnect some shit. So you gonna go in the car. You gonna try to start the engine. It's gonna be like click, 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 click. Yeah, you gonna push the start button. It's gonna be like.
That's when I call those shoes and say, "Hey, your sister come and spend a weekend with you." She can stay.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna call her and be like, "Girl, come on, meet me at the airport because we finna go to Cancun or something like that." Don't play with me.
So you going to Cancun? See, I just went over to Hoodie house just to get away from you for a little while. You going to Cancun because you want to be out there with little pool boys and shit. I ain't no problem. See, this how the shit starts.
I don't do pool boys. I don't do pool boys. I didn't do
pool boys.
That's cool. Surfer boys, a Cancun, Mexican beach body motherfucker. Go have fun. Y'all go have fun. Go have fun.
Listen, you trying to kick me out my house, so we gonna be kicked out the house. Oh, you want to kick me out my house?
Wait, no, I kicked you out the house. I didn't kick her out of her house. There's a difference.
Right, but I got backup. So you gonna kick me out my house? I'm taking my rent.
Hoodie,
Me and my friend gonna go have some
I can't
fun.
come to the house. I just got to be at the house by myself, just me and the kids. You ain't gonna come help a brother out, nothing.
No. If you tell me to get out, this on you. Okay, player. You think this is easy?
Right.
It is. It's very easy.
I just dropped the kids off at your mama's house. And see, and then now we
listen. The kids can stay at the crib, no problem. Listen, they can make as much noise as they want. Ain't nobody gonna be saying nothing to them. Ain't nobody gonna be yelling at them. They gonna be eating marshmallows and peanut butter. You know what I'm saying? Listen, enjoy Cancun. Please. Enjoy it.
And when I come back home, if my house is a mess, then you really gonna be mad because then you're gonna have to give me $1,000 because I'm calling the maid, and then I'm gonna give them.
I ain't gotta give you a damn thing. You just went back to Cancun. You ain't saying shit. You getting your fucking gloves out, you getting your apron out, and you getting the fuck to work. I ain't gotta say shit. What do I have to say anything to you for? And I've been watching the kids while you're out on the fucking beach. You have nothing to say.
Because you tell me to go. I don't care.
There'd be nothing to talk about. I'll be laughing at you.
Hoodie brought up a great point. Back in the day, did y'all parents? Huh?
How you watching your own kids?
Right.
Listen. The first thing y'all gonna say when we leave the crib is you leave me here with the kids. So you want to run off 3, 4, 5 days? Cool. Whatever state the house is in, when you be like that, when you get there, it's what it is. I'm not even gonna argue with you. Ain't no argument. I'm gonna go to work. You gonna come to the crib. Listen, you gonna cry, upset. Well, we probably ain't gonna cry, but you're gonna be mad. I'm gonna get to the crib. You gonna cuss me out, and I'm gonna be looking at you dumb as fuck. Like what? What with that face? What? Didn't you just come back from Cancun? Didn't I have to send you some money while you was there? There go your fucking broom and your gloves.
See, because they be forgetting that we know where the cash is at and where the stash is at. See, I'm not talking.
Exactly. And there go your broom. Here go your gloves. Here go your apron. I'm not gonna argue. I'm glad you had a nice vacation.
Even back in the day, did y'all parents leave y'all at home like that?
Never. Never. This new school shit. This the new school thinking. Listen, to get back at you, I got to go out of town for 9 days. I got a broom waiting for you, baby. Just like I got a rake outside if I don't do my goddamn job. I got a sponge. I got a broom.
Fabuloso.
What? I got a vacuum cleaner. The dog gonna be happy to see you.
No, if I gotta come back home and clean up after everybody, after you try to kick me out of my house, your honey-do list is going to be 10 miles long. And everything on that list.
Man, you think we paying attention to that? Listen, that's for the Simps. The Simps is paying attention to that. There's no fucking honey-do list.
You can hire a maid. I can hire a maid too.
Yeah, I ain't hiring shit. You just came from out of town. There's nothing for you to talk about. You got work to do. You got work to do. Listen.
See. You know what? My bad. See. This is why.
Listen, I got controls too, motherfucker.
See, this is why we not playing this game. I'm going to tell you in the damn back.
So it's a red button in the upper right hand corner.
I swear to God on Jesus. I swear to God.
He said, and he broke his house.
Hey, look, Chad said these kids about to clean up. Hey, Chad, you already know how it's going down. Hey, look, the only person ain't cleaning the damn thing is me. I'm looking. I'm gonna go outside and get a rake. I'm gonna go outside to the what they called it, to the bar. We'll go out to the bar
while the kids clean up. Fuck it. Here, clean this shit up. Your mama gonna be home in a little bit. Make sure these clothes folded. Make sure you hang the clothes that gotta be hanged. Listen, don't just wash the dishes and put them in the dish rack. Dry the motherfuckers off and put them in the goddamn cabinet.
Listen, I'll be outside. You gotta run the ship when you come home. I don't give a shit.
Oh no, I'm leaving.
Once I give instructions, I'm gone. Whatever's not done,
I don't give a damn. It don't matter if it's done or not. It's for you to come home and start yelling.
All right, let me stop bullshit. No, I can't do that because I'm a stickler about baseboards. If the baseboards ain't clean, I got a fucking problem. That's just me. I can't help it. If them baseboards looking trash, this whole house is fucked up. I can't do it. Nah, I can't. I can't do it.
That's how you get them back. You gonna tell me get out the house? Okay. And before I walk out the door, I'ma spray some, I don't know, shaving cream, and mustard.
Nah, if you do that, I'm taking the hoodie route. That shit will be there when you get back.
Wait for you. You gonna hot girl summer on me, and I'm gonna sit at the crib like a simp while you in Cancun. You know what I mean? And got the nerve to be sending you D. Darrell type money.
Oh, listen, Lee D. Darrell.
We don't like money.
Word.
So you saying if she went to Cancun with me, you would feel like you have to get back at her?
No, remember, you're leaving on the premise of an argument. This ain't, oh, baby, listen, me and Oshun, we going out of town. No. See, with that, the crib must be clean upon the queen's return. You know what I mean? So, like, if my wife go out of town, you know, I'm going to make sure my kids is cleaning every day. Because I ain't waiting till the last day before she come back. But
if we get into an argument and she pour mustard and shaving cream over the baseboards, it's beef. Like, it's beef. It's beef. What? Like, when you return home, the war is still on.
What? You gonna hear big when you walk in the door.
Yeah. When you went to Cancun, got Mai Tais poured all over you, dick shaking around you, y'all having fun, music playing, water splashing, and I'm sitting at home, supposed to be sitting here like, well, I can't wait till she get home. Oh no! Remember that baseboard? Remember that baseboard? Yeah, it's waiting on you.
Man, look, I'm just watching the game too. I ain't mad. You sitting there wondering out of town, girl. You know, cause look. You ain't, listen, you not of the mind to really go fucking with a motherfucker. You ain't of that mindset. So now you just in Cancun, hot, sticky, and you sitting there in the bikini,
exactly.
With no nigga with your homegirl, like, girl, you know, I wish Will was here. Yeah, motherfucker, you do. You rather be sitting there with Will than your homegirl. But hey, you know, listen, you play the games and shenanigans with us. Is a motherfucker, ain't it so?
Yeah,
pride is a motherfucker.
They believe this.
Be sitting there mad as hell. Like, look, transaction $200.
We don't want relationship.
With our pina coladas, like, girl, let's go zip lining today. You ready? All right, let's go.
Hey, hoodie, look, new age shit. Making Instagram and TikTok and YouTube videos. I can't even be mad and have the mystery of what the fuck you doing. I get to watch what the fuck you doing.
Hey, look, and so we at the crib watching the goddamn game, happier than a motherfucker. House quiet as a church mouse. Ain't nobody bothering you about some bullshit on motherfucking Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. Ain't none of that shit going on. Your motherfucking whatever going on. You ain't listen. None of that. It is quiet. And then you come home.
Nope, until about 6:30 when that stomach start growling, and now you got to go in the kitchen to cook your own food. Until about 11:30. Until about 11:30, when you in the bed, and you used to having your leg wrapped across your woman and your hand cupping something, and now you sitting there cupping yourself. Get out of here,
baby. You know I can cook. There's no problem with me cooking.
Come on, son. We can make a spam sandwich, man.
Where is my community tab? Hold on. Oh goodness. Okay, I get it. Will, you can cook, but see, Will, you do not represent the majority of men. And truth be told, there's too much conversation about women not cooking and men wanting women to cook for you to sit and say, "Oh, I can cook." You know, most people do not. I get it. I get that, Will. I get that. You can cook. I get that. But that's you. Hoodie here can't do that. So we got to.
Wait, you can't cook?
I can't make an egg sandwich, Oshu. You don't think I can survive for 3 days?
You say you were ordering from Chipotle. I didn't say that. You said you were ordering.
Chipotle is worth the peace of mind. Give me the burrito bowl and some peace and quiet. What?
Oh shit!
I mean, listen, y'all got some particular in there with the corn, the rice, and the chicken. You know what I mean? Like, come on. You know, like come on. But listen, I can't talk though. My wife is chef. You know, shout out to the chefed up meals. But listen, the brother can say.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. I'll be heartbroken and stomach hurting and fucked up. As soon as you come through the door, I'll be like, "How was your trip?"
Shit, nigga, please.
Y'all be lying 6 ways to Sunday.
About to go get some chicken, man, from the bar. You want something from the Burger Kings?
Something.
No, I don't want.
See, it hit different when you gotta lay in the bed by yourself. Though. You gotta lay in the bed by yourself. You just like, man, this is bullshit.
It depends on how long you been laying next to a motherfucking shelf. If you've been laying by yourself for a long time, you know, it may hit a little different, but hey, listen.
Yeah, it's different.
When you ain't had that experience, the other side is damn. You know what I mean? You ever been in the king size bed alone?
Yes.
Look, ain't nothing like being in the king size bed, cuddled up next to the Jasmine. Okay, listen, stop playing with it. Stop playing with it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like for instance, what to watch on YouTube said about most men can cook better than their women. I don't know about that because all the men that I have dealt with, maybe 2 of them could cook and they enjoyed their own cooking. Other than that, the rest of them was eating pizza for breakfast, eating candy for dinner. They might buy the lunch out. Like they don't cook. They don't know how to cook. I mean, they cook like, you know, JVJ's girlfriend. Like
damn,
barbarians, man, barbarians.
Savage.
See, niggas think they chefs because they put butter, hot sauce, and cheese in noodles. It's just like nigga. That's not a meal, my nigga. I get it. It's a treat.
Don't get a little bit of shrimps in there. A little bit of shrimps.
No, niggas think that they grade A motherfucking 5-star chefs because they can boil water successfully. It's just like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Nigga, everybody can boil water. Well, no, not everybody. I know a few females can't even do that.
JVJ's girlfriend can't. But listen, we're gonna watch this video of these old black people. That's what he said. That's not what we said. We didn't make that up. That's
he said his own wife can't cook.
He says she can't. She be burning water a lot, and he don't want her cooking, so he just cooks and he orders out.
That's what he said.
Listen,
but we appreciate JBJ and all of our engagements with him. We appreciate all the struggle streamers. We hope they get that the fervor.
Hold on, wait a minute. So he talked shit about his wife on the internet.
No, he wasn't talking shit. He was being honest that she can't cook at all, and he doesn't mind. And there's a couple things she don't do, but he just was.
We gonna just leave it. We gonna just leave it.
In Jesus' name.
Yes.
In Jesus' name, amen. Holy Spirit, activate. But since y'all wanted the black couples, honey, I been had the black couples up, but y'all know the conversation get good and juicy, honey. So let me show you this black elderly couple, honey. Hide your kids, hide your wives.
They're gonna be in church. Watch, they're gonna be in church. Watch.
If you think they're gonna be in church, put a 1 in the chat. If you think they're gonna be arguing in the living room, put a 2 in the chat.
Might as well put both.
Yeah, might as well put both. I'm with Hoodie on that.
Do 12 count?
He might as well.
Can I do 21?
Shit.
You know what? I'm not playing no games with y'all. The hell?
Okay, so Valentine's Day is only like 17 and a half hours away.
It's right there. I feel the pressure.
Hope you're ready for this. There is all kind of love that exists in relationships all around us, too.
Yeah, sure is. Leah Durain sat down with 2 couples who share their stories of old and new love.
2 couples. Only 2.
Damn, at the old motherfucking people's home. See, this the shit I'm talking about. What?
Like this meal, Dr. Granville and Maud Coggs have shared just about everything for the last 72 years. They're forever Valentines. Now in their 90s, the couple uses wheelchairs to get around their nursing home and headsets to boost their hearing.
Ask Maud to speak up.
What does he want me to say?
That was beautiful.
Their love has stood the test of time.
She's a beautiful girl. She was back in 1945, and she still is.
Remembering is part of their secret to a long-lasting marriage.
We all hang on to those memories, what made us fall in love in the beginning.
I do what she says.
In 2009, only 6%.
Now hold up, hold up, because we're gonna finish the video, but I just wanted to pause it for y'all right there. What that man said, see, y'all want the old days, y'all want that old thing back. Y'all want them having with tracks, and he likes it. See, he did what he said to do.
What she said. Now, if she said neon green paint, that's what it was, and that's a happy man.
Dang, and he in his 90s. Shoot, he outliving all of y'all. He still listen. She said, "Please say the prayer." He said the prayer.
He was talking about the nurse. Actually, he wasn't talking about his wife.
He was.
No, he was talking about his wife. Stop playing with. Don't play with it.com. Okay.
I'm trying to be 90 years old and still throwing my pills in the corner to watch my wife bend over to pick them up. I don't know what the hell he talking about. I listen.
Just me, you'll be all right. But
say throw your medicine in the corner on the ground
so she can bend over while she pick them up. Listen, I'm gonna be an old nasty motherfucker. It's
okay.
You a young nasty motherfucker.
Goddamn right. I'm still be 90. Baby, this bone, little Steph, need to come take care of it right quick. I'm telling you, I'm be a nasty old motherfucker. I'm be an angry old motherfucker too. I want to sit on the porch with my goddamn boom box and my shotgun with my old ass dog yelling at shit that just moved. But anyway, that's just me. Go ahead.
So that's your fantasy about being an elderly man.
Yeah. And having a wife bringing me a cold glass of iced tea, I just give her a stack of cash and say, "Thank you, baby." Then I go in the room later in the night and I take care of her, hopefully have a heart attack and go out like Kevin Samuels. But anyway, let's continue. Come on.
The shade of it all, the shade. Oh my God.
% of couples had been married for 50 years or longer. The Cogs spending 72 Valentine's Days together is even more rare. Down the street at another senior living facility, Victor Rodriguez and Rebecca Eisenberg sit down to tell us about their Valentine's Day. Unlike the Cogs, this duo isn't married. They both have walked down the aisle.
They ain't black.
Rebecca was married.
Wait a minute. Hold on. No. They ain't black. That ain't black. That's not black.
She had one.
Man.
She's making a point, Will. That's what this happened.
You see this scary old pasty white? What the fuck? Listen.
But they're not married. Stop it. They're not married. This is the point. The black couple
you imagine
married.
waking up next to that every day?
No.
Don't do that.
Okay, ladies, could you imagine waking up next to this scary serial killer looking ass motherfucker every day?
I've seen serial killers look more like us than a little bit. I'm from Baltimore, okay?
Oh, I mean,
can we finish watching the white people tell their little story?
Go ahead, Ted. Let the white people tell the story.
Golly.
Dried up mayonnaise.
Victor was married to his soulmate, his second wife, Flo, for 29 years. They lost their spouses in 2017.
And I've found that friendship is good therapy.
When we met, that there was an empty chair at my table. And we found out we had a lot in common.
Since meeting, the duo spent a lot of time together. They go see a movie or theater show, and they support one another when the days grow lonely.
And I can laugh with him and talk with him and give him the look.
I think it's very important for people to have companionship and friends. I think it fills a void in our lives.
Neither Rebecca nor Victor could have predicted they'd be Valentines this year, but the type of love they share has enriched their lives in this season. Leah Durain, Ken's wife.
Bro, do me a favor. Okay, so with this being the case, I think that it's a good point that we're talking about here. So the gentleman said that we are friends, and both of them have been married, which means that both of them are essentially together because they don't have to share each other in the same way that they shared themselves with their spouses, but they can still operate together in, let's say, the courtship phase, right? And that works for them, right? So these people are from the quote olden days where marriage was a staple in your life. Are we going to act like what they're doing right now is not something that probably has always been done, but because of sociological pressure behind finances and so and religion, that a lot of people have kind of like they were just ready to be in legal marriage because it was just more sociologically acceptable, whereas couples like that actually existed back then. Like he said, 29 years of basically being friends with benefits, 29 years of Netflix and chilling, literally, or whatever they watch, 29 years.
He carrying them blue diamonds in his pocket at all times. So when she give him, and that was scary when she said the
Well, in our culture, if you've been a girlfriend for 15 years, you a throwaway chick. He's waiting.
I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means to be a girlfriend. So I had to,
waiting on the real one, because a lot of times you're gonna be a girlfriend for X amount of years, and then as soon as he get with the next one, she gonna be a wife in under 3 months or something like that. That's how I've seen it over on this side of the tracks. When black women, when we decide to be just friends with benefits for more than 3 years or even more than 2 years, honestly, it doesn't turn out well for us. So what are we doing here?
But what gauges, excuse me, what gauges the press for that relationship? So back in the olden days, right? Since you're talking about the olden days, when there was a whole friends with benefits thing, only those two people knew about it. Nowadays in social media, especially in social media, it's like everybody needs to know your business, right? I think that's one of the biggest problems with social media. Is like it's this rush to find out information, right? In my grandfather's day, my grandfather, he'd been married 6 times, and this is prior to him passing away. He had 6 ex-wives, all died prior to him. But the thing was, I know my granddaddy was a hoe. Yeah, 6.
6.
6. Yeah, he got married young his first time. She ended up passing away. My second grandmother, because I'm calling them all of them as my grandmother. My second grandmother, he married her. He fell in love with her. She was already had like a illness. I'm not gonna say which one. She had an illness. He literally got married to her because he loved her, and she ended up dying. The third one, which was my father's mother, she self-deleted. I'm gonna just leave it like that because she was cheating on my grandfather, and when she got pregnant, she went to Missouri, and that's when they had them backdoor hanger situations. And and then the fourth grandmother, she died of cancer. The fifth grandmother, she died of cancer as well. Then my last grandmother, she just died. But yeah, that was my grandfather's thing. But I knew my granddad was a hoe. But that's the thing, though. Back in those days, if you had something going on with somebody, that was just between y'all two. Nowadays, you run the risk of this person trying to crash a wedding or trying to hit up your social media site or post on your wall. Like if you got a side chick or you got a side dude, and now you out with your real or you out with your main, here come the side piece that's now gained feelings. So you're not gonna tell your wife about what we did the other week, or you ain't go. I bet you ain't gonna tell your husband what. You know what I'm saying? Like, why run the risk?
Child, listen, we getting back to the good vibes because y'all over here being bad. Y'all cutting up. Now, this grandma and this grandpa, okay, is they black enough for you? All right.
Yeah, they black enough. They black enough, and he got a ball head. Yeah, look at him here. He's still trying to fuck. He look at his wife. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's black love. Yeah, she know he said something nasty as hell. Yeah.
Look at him. That ain't playing with y'all. That ain't playing with y'all.
She like, you like that ass? He was like, I'm gonna tear that ass up when we get home tonight. Look at her. She like, ooh. Now, that's what she looked down and said, you got your blue pills? He said, baby, I got them diamonds. So she's like, oh shit.
Honey, fix your face. Why you look at them old people like that? Them old people can't be great.
Nah, I done smoked about 17 blunts, boy, it's a marathon at this point.
Well, go for it. We're gonna look at this one last black couple because we don't gotta stay up all night talking to y'all. And people be rude when they be on their lives talking about that bullshit. They be having all that energy. They be up all day. Oh, this, oh, that, oh, blah, 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 blah. have a positive conversation.
Not that you was up there talking shit too, though. Okay.
But I still got that same energy. See, it don't matter what. Let's talk about it.
We were talking about the video. Oh Lord, here we go.
See, here we go.
Oh, Sean, how much? Oh, Sean, you all right? You good? Because they about to argue. It look like
we're not about to argue. I'm just letting it be known. I'm just letting it be known. Matter of fact, let me help y'all out real here. Whenever RawB privilege comes to town, no matter the topic, okay, we keeping that same energy. All right, we always got high energy if it's 3 o'clock in the morning or if
but it's just the old black people. You didn't have them ready at the beginning of the clip, and now you trying to bust them out. You had a clip of 19 white folks doing their thing, and now look, you had one. It was 19 different couples.
Because the reality is, there's
shocked right now.
It's like 19-2, white couples to black couples. The reality is, if y'all don't get it together, black people, and y'all keep being on this postmodernist gender war, men versus females, there's gonna be no black elderly couples in the future. Because what are y'all doing right now? 51% of y'all are sexless and childless, the men. 70% of women, according to the men, are baby mamas, right? So that means that the 49% of y'all is sleeping with the 51% of y'all, the 70% of y'all, whatever the hell else. Ain't nobody getting married, but y'all marrying other races. So if you are incensed and outraged by the lack of melanin in this video, then I suggest y'all stop crying and complaining. Go to therapy, fix your issues, learn how to choose a partner.
Who is y'all? Who is y'all? Are you talking about men?
Black people. Black people unite. Black people unite.
I thought you was talking to us Negroes.
I don't play the gender war game. Black people unite. All y'all is crazy as hell. If you ask me, I keep telling y'all every day. Oh, y'all crazy. Oh, y'all doing a lot. All y'all crying and complaining about what? Every last one of y'all broke as shit. Only 1% of people, and I broke down the math to y'all, it's a percentage of a 1%, a small ass, minute percentage of 1%. Got money. Everybody else is in the damn struggle. So stop leading with your wallet, D. Darrell, because everybody is out in the damn struggle. Okay? It's about that BBC, because most of y'all can only smaller, okay? Let's keep the shit real. Let's get out of here. Let's get into real relationships. Now let's make the damn chicken salad.
From now on, I'm gonna make sure I pay attention.
Who said independent women shit? Like, I don't need a man. Who's still saying that? Like, I haven't heard that in years.
What they said?
Still saying what?
This right here. Who's saying that?
What's up with the black men on they independent women shit? Like, I don't need a man. I don't hear
they
women.
Don't need a man, Oshun. Y'all don't need a man. Y'all need trips to Cancun.
Sir, I got trips to Cancun. I don't need that. I got that. Some of the men.
Y'all need a man? Need?
Okay,
are you using that word? Need is tough now. Need?
I haven't. What I'm saying is, I don't hear people still shouting these these things out.
Oh no, they living it now. Now they going to Cancun on you.
No. I can tell you exactly what happened. All of those, and I'll be respectful this time, and I'll say this: all of those women who I'm strong and independent, don't need a man. You know what happened?
Sukiana.
What happened?
No. What happened was they seen all the men picking other women, and they tried to go out and try to get other men, and they got hurt. And then they came back and they tried to be with those men who didn't like who they wanted to be with, but those men didn't want to be with them. Then they lucked up and they was like, you know what? I know what the problem is. The problem is not the man. I just need to go get some therapy. I need to fix something with myself, right? And I'm not being disparaging to those women who used to say like, you know, the problem is I'm talking about those women who was purposely grabbing a phone and recording a video. These niggas ain't shit. And then now you find out it ain't just niggas that ain't shit. It's white man, black man, Asian man, Chinese man, Jamaican man. The thing is, I can say the same on the other side of the freeway as well, because dudes was out here. They still out here to this day. Let me just go ahead and just I'm not just saving you niggas, because niggas is out here screaming at the top of their motherfuckers, man, these women ain't shit, and then they be in their inbox. Oh, all these women is hoes, but you want to fuck them. Oh, they don't want to be with a black man, but you trying to be in a relationship with her. Oh, they don't want to cook, but here you is trying to get her to cook for you. The thing is, people shout shit to sound exciting and try to put off this image like they really don't need people, but then they be sitting up 2 o'clock in the morning, mad as hell because they sitting up in the bed and with socks and clothes all over the bed, house dirty as shit, and they wonder why nobody want to be with them because they haven't made themselves readily available enough to be accepting to a relationship. Because who wants to be with a person who does nothing but self-loathes? No one.
Child, listen. All I got to say is this.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight.
Over that.
Wait a minute. I'm not trying to put this on Miss O'Shea, but as soon as you put it up, she would tie her hand to brain. I'm just like, hey, wait a minute. You on the screen.
That's not why. That's not why. I listen. I don't think anybody has to say what women want. I don't think anybody has to say that. Okay, that's not.
Shout out to my nigga Barry Wood.
You had to be on Cellulite podcast the other day.
Hey, hey, listen.
Hoodie about sick of us, okay? Hoodie's like,
listen. I'm sitting there because you know, Rob, I'm still a little traumatized from the whole situation the other night. So you know what I mean. So the first thing I see, I'm having flashbacks to the Duke Farrell situation. I'm like,
whoa, wait a minute.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean. Hey, Shad, at the end of the joint now, you know what I mean. Listen, I get bombed. So listen, that hit me. The trauma was just there. It was the trauma.
He came up on the panel naked.
No. Well, yeah, he didn't, but he had a video. He played a video on the joint. Yeah, man.
Hoodie was in there like this. Hoodie was like,
police, help, police, help, police, help, help, police, help.
You ain't shit. Because I was. They were screaming at me from the chat. Get rid of it, honey. Get rid of it. That's why I said that shit. Listen. That shit was trauma. Raw thinking that Milky Way was funny. Yeah. On any other fucking day it would have been funny, but the trauma, Raw. I'm still traumatized. That's why you see my face. It's taking it back. Like this nigga blew a good live stream with that bullshit.
You had to delete the whole live?
No, he didn't, but he deleted it anyway. He could have just cut that part out. But all right, we're going to react to this last video because it's late and I'm not playing with y'all. And I start getting real silly on a late night. Okay. I had a venti, Starbucks, pistachio, frappuccino, extra pump pistachio, and espresso. So I'm on one.
Mixed with Douce.
No Douce.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Here we go. Chicken salad is on. Okay.
Come on, Pops. Chicken salad is on. You want some bread or you just gonna get a spoonful? This is the love of my life.
Oh, I seen this. Look how I eat this shit. Oh yeah, baby.
What is it?
A little spice for homestead.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's right. That's goddamn right.
I didn't see how the nigga acting with the camera off. This for a TikTok video.
That's how they put it.
See, listen, look at that. In the Disney World and shit.
I promised God I was gonna see about you. So here comes the sandwich.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Just sit down there.
They look cute together.
They look beautiful together.
I tell you, Grandpa laying that dick down every night. Okay, that motherfucker putting in work. Listen,
He been paying bills a long damn time.
And listen,
He been paying
grandma said she gonna keep him young.
Yeah, she look good too. Now, hold on now.
Yeah,
she look. You know, she ain't too bad in the jaws.
Lord Jesus. Robbie, you on mute, baby. You on mute.
Now listen, Hoodie try to play in y'all face, honey. Hoodie already know. I come to the party prepared. I got clips for days. Okay, clips for days. But we be doing a lot of talking over here because when you're a true content creator, you don't have to rely heavily on the clips. You can just pull to illustrate the point. But I do have to say, for prosperity's sake, when we were looking at the clear people, ain't nobody had nothing to say. All their little relationships was believable. It was blendable.
They was out there dancing. That motherfucker had a robot in here. Come on, now.
That was believable to you.
Come on, not that Disney story shit.
That wasn't nothing but nursing home meetups. Are you serious?
As soon as we got to the nice black Mima that was making the chicken salad for her husband.
No, that's not the first clip you went to.
God told me to look for you. God told me to look after you. I'm gonna go ahead and hot make this sandwich. No. Oh, I want to see how he act when the camera's on. Oh, I know they not real.
Nah, that's a lie.
I think she's making a good point because she's notating your subtle reactions to one versus the other, and the only difference is the color of their skin.
The first black clip
all over again.
The first black clip that you showed the old people, they was in the goddamn nursing home.
That's what she's saying. But Will, that's what she's saying. You're pointing out where they're at. You're pointing out how he tastes it, how he looks. But with the white couples, you're not pointing at anything. You're just watching.
I didn't get a chance to say anything because you had 19 on one video, Oshun.
Black explaining won't help.
Not at all. Not at all. Black explaining ain't gonna help at all because y'all over here.
Excuse me, bitch.
I'm against all of it. I think it's all shenanigans.
The old white couples was doing their thing, but here, and this is just a bias of my own. I expect to see older white couples to be behaving like that. That's just me, and this is probably a very negative bias that I have. But the only reason I have that bias is because that's what I usually see out of older white couples. But I grew up in a neighborhood where there was older black couples. And in the neighborhood that I grew up in when there was older black couples, they was married and they was together. They argued like a motherfucker, but they loved to tell each other. That's just my bias.
Okay, have you seen the show?
I rarely watch TV, so you probably
okay. You know who Archie Bunker is, right?
Archie.
Yeah, I know Archie Bunker. Yeah.
You know Maud. You should watch the show Maud.
No, you know he ain't seen no Maud.
I'm 35.
Okay.
35.
Yeah.
He's still young. He's still young. He don't know.
Yeah, I'm getting lost.
Have you seen? Okay. Have you seen Mary Tyler Moore?
Who?
Married with Children. Married with Children.
Okay. See, I'm trying to take him back to the days of their time, those old people times. So wait a minute. So you can see that the relationship of old people are not just in love. A lot of those relationships, most of them are tumultuous. Okay, you're just watching these examples of the good ones, but the most of them that you don't see are tumultuous, and they like Archie. That's what they really like.
Now that I understand, but when it comes to older people, and I do understand that James.
That's the ones,
No. I'm talking about as far as the black couples go. Like if I had to use like TV as a reference, then Good Times, James and Flo. That's what I grew up with. The old angry ass, mean, stern ass father, and the mother that was stern but also loving and caring. That's what I grew up around. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what a lot of people in my generation, their grandparents, tried to like. I don't want to use the words imitate, but emulate. But when it came to the white folks, especially where I grew up at, they was the more like subtle. You know
wait a minute. Okay, what about you watch the Cosby Show? What about their parents? You know, Claire and Huxtable, their parents on the show. Those are from the same generation as these people we're talking about. They don't have that relationship, and they're both two black couples.
I can believe it, and I wouldn't have nothing.
I'm not talking about Heathcliff and Claire. I'm talking about their parents on the show. When you watch those black couples, they were very much romantic with each other. They were very much, and they were in New York, okay, of all places. So listen,
yeah, because we know New York is just.
It will hard.
Yeah, brother. Listen. You on your own, player.
I know I'm on my own, but I'm from Detroit.
I'm sorry, everybody. Cellulite Podcast had to fall off the podcast talking crazy about New York City.
You so lucky because I was one click away from it. One click. It was about to be bad. Listen, you can't be here fast enough.
Oh my God! Well, the reason why I said they're in New York is because a lot of times the culture of New York kind of isn't what we see on TV as the pinnacle of how relationships are supposed to go, especially between black people. It's usually in the South, right? So when we see Northerners in very balanced relationships, like Bill Cosby's mother and father on the show, like Claire's mother and father on the show, and they're both black couples from the deep South in New York, of all places. Like, this is showing us that a lot of the relationships that we see amongst black people are not the majority, and vice versa for white people. I grew up around white people that was like Archie and all their relationships. I didn't see no white relationships that was balanced until I got to, like, my mother and father would go around certain levels, certain types of Jews, like white Jews. And then they were married to like Asians and stuff, but they lived in places where like they got like a couple acres around their house, like that type of relationship. But your regular schmegular row house type of white people, no, the relationships like Archie Bunker and Martin, that's the type of relationships they have, regular relationships like that. They not having these lovey-dovey romantic long-term relationships. No, a lot of them are divorced and remarried, and they got angst with each other. Like, it's a normal life. But here's the thing. You're saying you grew up around like the James Evans types. The problem that I had with that is James was very romantic. He was. He just wasn't romantic when he came home from work after being stressed in a city that has small, thick as my fingers. Okay, like that's why he was very romantic as a man. I don't know why you say he was always angry. He has to deal with a son that act like. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, we're just going.
Never mind. Yeah, very romantic.
But no, I was about to speak to that point. City relation, from my perspective, city relationships, older folks in city relationships, and older folks in southern relationships, it's completely different. But that's because the belief system in the city, older folks it's fast going, even though they still moving at a slower pace. And in the South, they more religious, they more spiritual, they more entwined into each other because they ain't got that much to worry about. They got this big ass land. Only thing they got to worry about is, is it go snow and what the hell? Like, I guess I'm not from the South. I only lived there for a little bit. But in the North, these motherfuckers worry about when the bill's coming, what time the damn inspector coming. What time? Well, is we up to code? Is the taxes paid? Down there in the South, they don't worry about shit like that. They worry about who going to feed the goddamn. No, I take it back. In the South, they roles is different. The man is outside the house, the woman is inside the house. And I'm not saying that it has to be that way, but that's just usually how that goes. So their dynamic in their relationship is different. That's just from my perspective, though. It's only from a young perspective. Now, if I go ask my father, hey, what was it like when you was in the South as a kid? I'm pretty sure, boy, listen, it was a motherfucker, but it was different. But I get what you're saying, though.
I want to hear from Hoodie, but also Hoodie, I want you to start by responding to this comment.
Why I gotta respond to that comment? Why it's up to me? See, I'm gonna forget my
Okay, good. Point. I try to give you a moment.
Black women. Oh well, go ahead.
Black women horrible to even work with. My God, today. Then go find.
Let me say it then. 10 times down The fact that you said that tells us that you're hard to deal with.
Yes.
Like it says more about you than it says about a whole race of people. It says more about you and your experiences. And honestly, right, when you say they're hard to deal with, it just means that you're just not the one for them. Go find you the ones that are easy to deal with. And if you find that you're happy there, stay there and just don't complain and look back. No one's keeping you here, sir. You're like, seriously, take off the chains the devil that doesn't have on you, and get you a passport and go where you are appreciated, sir. You are not bound to any black woman, any woman. Matter of fact, you can marry your horse if you want to. Go where you are appreciated, sir. Okay? When it comes to black women being easy to deal with, that is a matter of perspective, and no man on this panel is going to sit here and tell you that any woman is easy to deal with, let alone whole races. I don't hear Asian men saying our women are so easy to deal with. I don't hear white men saying white women are so easy to deal with.
Oh, Sean, I would say this, right? Black women, right? You know, and I mean, look, you know, women in general. I think that as we get older, if you can understand maybe the type of person you're dealing with. So I mean, like, if you got a person that, you know, want to stay at the crib, and you know she wants you to work, that's fine. If you got a hustler, you got to make sure she happy. I think that if you do your best, for most women on the planet, and this to me goes for all the people who, even, you know, the ones that we say they only want you for the money, the gold diggers, you know what I mean, the young ones. What I'm finding is that you do your best to keep them just a little bit happy. They'll respond to you in kind. And it's not, relationships aren't as difficult as we make them out to seem. I think that some people like 10 toes down, you know, because he's saying, well, you know, I'm difficult. You know what I mean? Yeah, can we be difficult in ways? But as your relationship progresses, you're dealing with a person that now knows you. So I mean, look, they know how to navigate you. They know, you know, when to come to you for something, when not to come to you for something. They know when you're upset. You know what I mean? So they know how to deal with you. And once you've reached that kind of point in your relationship, things do get a lot easier. Now, you know, do we have, you know, the arguments that we pick back and forth with each other? Of course, as human beings, you know, some of us can't let shit go. Now, it tends to be more on the side of the women, but some of us cannot let shit go. But
let me know when y'all get done.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done. So, but for the most part, I can tell you, dealing with women, if you listen, just a little bit of effort. See, they get caught with a lot of niggas that don't want. They put in no effort, but listen, just a little bit of I care. Just, you know, some flowers here and there. You know what I mean? I tell my brothers, listen, you know, at least once a quarter, listen, once say 3 months, get your flower game in. You should have a surprise, you know, at least once a quarter. Try and make sure it's spread out like that if your bread a little tight. But she'll always appreciate these things. And no matter what she see on social media, she'll still appreciate you for being you. Go ahead, sir.
Let me just put this little quick public service announcement out there. Anyone that says this particular type of race of woman or this particular type of race of man is hard to deal with, and then you say, well, I'm just difficult. Well, now we know what the real problem is. The real problem is not the people. The real problem is you. Right. But at least you acknowledge what the real problem is. The real underlying problem is that you're not even going to put in the work to fix the problem that's wrong with you. Sure. So when people do say stupid shit like that, and I'll be the one to say, I need to change my name. When people do say stupid shit like that, it makes me look at them and recognize the fact that if you have a problem with black women, one, go check yourself and go get yourself corrected and get your shit together. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was big chicken eater because, you know, I had to remind somebody that I get the big piece of chicken, but they'll be all right.
Oh, that.
Yeah. That's what it was. But anywho, And when I hear guys say, "Oh, this is why black women, black women, black women, black women." Okay, cool. You want to beat the drum about black women, yeah? How is it that you have so much vitriol against the women who you want to fuck? I'm gonna just keep it just at the base minimum, like let alone relationships, because most niggas, most men, most boys, most young men, however it is that you want to self-identify yourself, you don't even have the self-sufficiency to even be able to manage your own life, let alone trying to lead. And I use the word lead very loosely because most men don't know how to lead themselves. Now that's just starting there. To let alone once now, when you want to go try to lead a woman who has recognized the bullshit bum ass nature within yourself, and now you mad because she don't want nothing to do with your bum ass. But who am I to say that another man is a bum? Because what validates for most men, right? What validates a man's status and his posture, his position, is a woman. And if women don't want nothing to do with you, what does that make you feel like? And now you're going to take that vitriol out against them? That lets me know that you have a lot of work to do. And that's not even me. That's me saying it nicely. Me saying it not nicely is, well, if you feel like you got a problem with black women, why don't you go fuck with black men then, brother?
See. I said, I said, But see,
because most of you niggas really just want to be on the Delta Dick Defense Force. Y'all just want to ride dick for each other.
Pause.
That's the sad part.
You better not be in my chat talking about pause no time soon, please.
No. Because that's what most of these dudes want to do. They sit around and they talk shit about nothing but women. Because honestly, they just want to fuck other dudes. They just want the women to lower them down on the dick nicely. Like, we got to stop this. This shit is stupid at this point. It's actually kind of irritating because I see a lot of dudes jump off the motherfucking cliff to do nothing but talk, let alone just black women, but just to talk shit about women, period. But then you wonder why nobody want to fuck with you. But then you want to jump on these little punk ass little panels talking about, oh, I'm a part of the category of men who can't be with women. No, because you turn women off of you completely by doing nothing but talking shit about them. But you want somebody to give you some sympathy pussy because we should feel bad for you because you wasn't able to land a piece of pussy because you talk shit about pussy. How about grow your nutsack? Stop doing nothing but complaining about women. How about go fix on some shit about yourself? But you'll be all right. You'll live.
Lord have mercy.
And listen, that same thing goes for women. I have seen women do that stupid shit too. These niggas ain't, these men ain't, these niggas. All right, cool. Then we look at your life under a microscope and come to find out it's you that's not shit. It's not that the niggas don't want to fuck with you. It's just that men see you for who you are. People need to recognize, but
right. Right. This is the thing. At the end of the day, nobody cares. I'm going to be fully, frankly honest with you. Nobody cares. Thank you, RBM, for the super chat. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Your mother doesn't care. Your father doesn't care. The strangers on the internet doesn't care. Nobody cares. Like, y'all are all running around crying about what you can and cannot find. And at the end of the day, nobody cares. Like, these narratives, because Chatsy is right. We don't know what color that person is behind that avatar or that troll account. And honestly, nobody cares. Like, y'all mad as shit because y'all don't see black couples together, but ain't none of y'all actually doing the work that it takes to be a black couple, to be in a black couple shit. You got people that are fully married running around in red pill manosphere spaces, spewing negative rhetoric towards women, especially women of color. You have men everywhere talking mess about women of color, but how are all these women having all these children and getting pregnant? No, because y'all don't value black women, and that is what it is. Black women, close your legs. Black women, we're going to have a conversation Monday night. Princella Clark and B. Taylor is going to be here. We're going to talk about the empowerment conference that she's about to have. Because at the end of the day, like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, what are y'all really on? See, the reason I started Moonlit Conversations and I wanted to bring other people into the conversation that were able to have successful relationships and have a certain level of maturity is because so many black adults are wildly immature.
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all going to grow up or what? Like, y'all going to grow up or what? Or you going to watch the whole entire race go into extinction while you complain and cry and talk shit about one another? Mm-hmm. It's low brow.
It is.
But see, I wasn't finished, y'all. Back in the day, back in the olden days that y'all so vehemently long for, Black people were actually putting their lives on the line to push forward the agenda of Black people. Or maybe y'all don't know nothing about when they used to have those marches and then they would put the hoses and the dogs on Black people. Those were Black married couples that actually funded the whole civil rights movement. So you wonder why the community and the culture is in a disarray. It's because certain agendas and initiatives were set in place to make sure that the community wound up just as broken and disjointed as it is today. So are you smart enough and wise enough to see above the agenda and operate outside of the matrix? Or are you still stuck reading code? I'll wait.
They don't know how to read.
But y'all, I'm not playing with y'all. Let's do our final thoughts because
this was different. The last one's been, on the fetish side. This one talked more on the relationship side of things. Now, I did want to say this, what I've looked at with my own parents is this. They've been married for 40 years. And like, I could tell you that my father always tells me that to have a successful marriage that lasts a long time is about patience and compromise. So, whenever I look at, I guess I don't really have to look real far. Yeah, I'm poking fun at, the TikTok videos and stuff like that because, Raw, she showed the white folks first. But I see it first and foremost, in my own life, every day, every week, at church on Sundays, when I'm playing the drums, I see these two people, they work together and they build something together. And I think that if you want to have a lasting relationship, you need to be working and building something together after your kids leave the house. A lot of people, they find themselves, not really knowing how to, continue that relationship because so much of it was, like built around the children. So you might need a project that y'all can work on together and build something together, that keeps y'all, it keeps y'all together. So that's how I always saw it. Shout out to those, that seen that. But my people's been married 40 years. And, me, myself, I've been married 13. Going on 13. So, hey, listen, I guess I done seen a little bit.
You better get that number right. You don't get in trouble.
Listen, it ain't got it. For me, for the Black love side of things, listen, I'm telling you what I watch my dad do. I watch my dad buy the flowers. I watch my dad smack my mother on the ass. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, in the kitchen, girl, you look good. You know what I mean? Telling it, so like, as a young man, it's just, me and my brothers, like, it was important that you understand, like, how you need to show that affection to her, to let her know that she is still important to you, that she is still beautiful to you, that she do still mean the world to you, that she met, 30, 40 fucking years ago. Now, do I go over to the crib sometimes and they arguing and listen, abso-fucking-lutely. You know what I mean? But that's a part of the relationship.
Yep. It is. It adds flavor to the whole entire thing. When you truly love a person, you accept them for everything, good, bad, and indifferent. You can wake up one morning and say, you get on my motherfucking nerves. You get on my fucking nerves too, but I love your black ass. I love you too.
Yeah.
And then you can wake up one morning and say, God damn it, my world wouldn't be nothing without you. And I can't see myself existing without you. My mother says deep shit to my father one time. And my mother, this is before they split, but my mother said to my dad, she was like, I wouldn't know how to manage breathing without you. And my dad was like, what do you mean by that? Because my dad's an asshole. But my mother was like, no, she was like, no, seriously. I'm not gonna say my dad's name, but I'm gonna just call him Pop. But she was like, Pop, seriously. She was like, it's different when you're not here. My mother was the loving part of the relationship. My father, because of his asshole ways, I have a lot of bad experiences watching him interact with my mother. But then when I left my mother and my father's house, and I went to my uncle's house, and I went to my grandmother's, and I went to my aunties, and I went to, you know, friends of the family and shit like that. I seen how men interact with their women. And then it made me think, I don't want to be like my father, at least in the aspect of like how it is that he manages relationships, because my father is the push away type. He loves you, but he wants you over there though. He don't want you right here. He wants you because he's afraid of being vulnerable. The first time I ever seen my dad be vulnerable was at my oldest sister's funeral. And that's the first time I ever seen him cry. And ever since that day, my dad has been 100% vulnerable when it comes to expressing his emotions and his love and stuff like that. And I knew I didn't want to wait until I'm 60, 70 years old to be able to express myself. So all y'all pretty much already know me and RawB is together. And I made a promise to myself years ago that I won't be who I used to be by being bottled up, by being this hard ass, by being this asshole, by being somewhat just like my father. And that's what happened. And then when I went to therapy and I made a few more bad decisions and bad mistakes, hard lessons that I had to learn. And I told her straight. Like when we first started talking, I was like, listen, and RawB, you can tell the truth on this. I told her straight, I got one more relationship left in me. Literally. I don't have any more relationship after that. If this don't work out, I'm gonna be a hoe. But I just need you to understand, I done tried everything with. I know y'all laughing, but I'm just being honest. I done tried everything. I done tried long distance relationships, short distance relationships, marriage, side. I did everything that you can think of. But what I didn't do was be honest. That was the killer part. And now that I'm being honest, it's different. You see what I'm saying? That's the key thing to this whole entire thing. I know she over there smiling. I know she's smiling. But that's the key thing to this whole entire thing. Just being honest. For real. And that's just my last words. Be honest. That's how you make, I could say black love, but that's just how you make love work. Be honest. Because it's not going to be every day that you're going to be happy and full of smiles. Someday you might wake up one day and your wife might be like, baby, what's wrong? You seen him?
But look, my dad, listen, shout out to my father. He used to tell me that when I'm saying as a young man, so when you start to navigate relationships, you're not gonna feel the same every day, son. Nope. This is a commitment. So that's what makes it different. The fact that you're committed to this person. So my dad, a pastor, you know, he called it a covenant, you know, this and that. You know what I mean? Like that's his way of saying you got a covenant with this woman. You know what I mean? You're not gonna feel the same way every day you get up. Some days you're gonna wake up next to it and you're gonna look at it and want to bust it in the head.
Well, here's to being the only single person left here.
You know what? Everybody raise your glasses. You know what, Miss O'Shue? You get the whole fire. Glasses up for Miss O'Shue, okay? We are sending up energies and positivity and blessings. So the right one come in her path. Now, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't gonna tell you the type of man she like, but I'm gonna tell you that about 90% of y'all not him. So if you're gonna approach my friend, come correct. Okay, she ain't for play. All right. You might want to hit up Study Like Podcast. Okay, you might want to get a consultation on how to get a baddie. Okay, you ain't never been with a baddie. You might want to holler at Hoodie. Okay, get a consultation on how to get a wife because you ain't never been married. Okay. Me, I'm not gonna tell you. Y'all know I never told y'all nothing. I never told y'all nothing about the type of man I like. I ain't never told y'all nothing. You ask me a question, I'm like, what? Who? Huh? Because I didn't have to. But Lola, go ahead and give your final thoughts, and then I'm gonna give my final thoughts because I got.
Well, my final thought. I'll be honest with you. I like the conversation that we're having about just love and the old days, right? Don't get me wrong. I love the old days. It taught us a lot, but it taught us what to leave behind too. Because we're moving forward. We're not moving backwards. We're moving forward. We're not trying to improve the old days. We're trying to do something new and kick out what didn't work and continue on getting better. That's what living organisms do. Every cell divides itself, and where the cells don't match, it leaves that information behind and puts out new information. And right now we're in a circumstance where we don't have the same dynamics that we did back in 1920 and 1817 and so on. We don't have the same dynamics. So marriage looks different. It means something different now. And like the old couple said, they've been friends for 29 years in a relationship because that's what works for them. Nowadays, marriage is just a contract. It's not a relationship. The relationship is what's in your heart space. And that's what really matters. Now, the legal end of it does still matter as it pertains to children. But without your heart space being in it, as Biggie said, if your heart not in it, don't make no steps towards it. That really is the basis of relationships now. And that's why, for me, at least personally, if I don't feel you, like on that energetic level, and I don't mean like oh, I'm a free spirit type stuff. No, I mean energetically. If we not in alignment, I can't sit and sign no paperwork with you. I can't sit and make no more children with you. And I've been guilty of making children with people that I was misaligned with. I have. But at the same time, my contribution to society is ensuring that I mitigated that mistake. So I'm proud of the children that I've raised, like in terms of like who and how they turned out and their mannerisms towards elders and to their friends. Don't get me wrong, and nobody's perfect. My children are not perfect. I'm still raising my last, which is a 14-year-old, and trust me, he is not perfect. But I'm proud of him and the type of kid he is. Even though me and his father are not together, he's still a good kid because there's certain things in place that keeps it that way. And so I think if we're going to look at the old days and learn anything, we're going to have to learn as single women, boys still need men in their life, whether you with their dad or not. You have to facilitate that. I don't care how you get a man in their life. As a single woman, you now have a responsibility to keep some level of manhood around that man that works, whether or not it be your father, your brothers. That I remember when my daughter's father went to prison, I kept her around his brothers, his uncles, his family. They served as de facto dads for her in his place. So it was hard, don't get me wrong, but that's what you need to do when life hands you lemons, as they say, make lemonade. And this is what we're doing right now in 2024, making lemonade out of what we were handed without no sugar from the olden days. And I mean, I don't think it's that hard, but I think the hardest part is getting past our ego, which is I can do what I want to do and still get results based on rules and regulations. Like if we can just get past the ego, I think we can make some progress. Actually, I know we can make progress, but that would be my thought on, the wisdom of the olden days and just the ignorance that we experience now, But nice show. I appreciate the conversation.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Listen, for my final thoughts, I'll say this. If you are lost, right? Because that's the only way to say it, lost. Mm-hmm. If you are lost because you cannot figure out why relationships aren't working, it's not because all men are shit. It's not because all women are trash. It's because you don't have the ability to pick well. And that always starts with a lack of knowledge of self. Mm-hmm. See, people get it twisted with me because I play a lot on social media, and that's because a lot of the situations, the conversations, the emotions that people throw out into the atmosphere are just so entitled. It's so narcissistic. It's so unbelievably ridiculous. If you can't take a joke, don't make a joke. If you have to hate everybody just to be a little bit happy, you need help. You need help. There ain't no way in God's green earth that you can't find one person. But you'll find that person when you're not looking for them. Once you find you, then everything else, it starts to stop being so harmful. Nothing else hurts so much. It's easy to walk away from things. If you know who the hell you are, and someone is not filling your cup, they're not gaining commitment, they're not, you know what I'm saying? They're not pouring into you, they're not listening, they're not hearing you, they're self-serving. You start to be able to tune into that real early. And it doesn't have to be beef. And it doesn't have to be dramatic. Just, oh, it's not my cup of tea. Vaya con Dios. Go with God. Be blessed. But you're not going to bring that negativity and park it in my lap. A lot of y'all stay in relationships entirely too long because you think this is suffrage. I'm going to suffer through all of the craziness that somebody else brings to the table so that maybe one day they can love me enough to give me what it is that I desire. Wrong again, ladies and gentlemen. People need to come to the door ready. When you go to work, you can't go to work and not have a certain skill set. They ain't going to hire you. They tell you the requirements. They got a whole list, a whole prerequisite. You got to go to school. You got to have experience here. You got to do this. You got to go do that. And you got to be able to prove it. Stop jumping into bed with people before you've seen their resume. Stop claiming onto people before they've proven to you that they have the qualifications. Now, sometimes when you come over here to Moonlit Conversations, we're going to be on fool la la. We're going to be talking about some real nasty shit. But we always going to be talking about the realities of relationships because, baby, we too grown. We is entirely too grown. So if you know somebody that need a little relationship advice, if you know somebody whose face is pinched and drawn and they ain't smiled since 1999, honey, you might as well go ahead and send them this link because this is where they might want to be. And you all thank everybody for coming to whatever platform that you are on. We surely do appreciate you. We do. Fly free because it's a privilege. And remember, as always, don't be naughty, be nice. Subscribe to everybody, share everybody out. And, flutter around. Shake the world. Start a tsunami.
I am the punishment of God. If you had not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you.
What I'm supposed to do, but I go the wrong way. I think that explains the reason I keep It's a trap!
You must increase the hunger level, the desperation level.